Hi, this is Andy Filipiuk in Toronto for the week of March the 28th. We've seen tremendous turmoil in the global financial markets and economy, but one area that little attention has been paid to is that of Japan. Now, in the month of March, we've seen the Japanese yen drop over 6% against the US dollar, which is a very large move. Now, specifically, the Japanese over the last 30 years have been fighting the forces rather of disinflation or deflation. Their population has continued to drop, and as a result, they've been able to print lots of money in an attempt to reflate their economy. As a result of having a trade surplus every year, the Japanese yen has always stayed in demand for trade. But recently, as soon as this past month, we've seen the yen starting to weaken and interest rates start to rise in Japan because we're now starting to see inflation. And this is something we haven't seen in nearly 30 years. The stock market peaked in Japan in 1990, and we haven't come close to getting back to those levels. So with Japan unable to control or potentially control their interest rates, a dropping yen is terrible for them because they import most of their energy from abroad. And as the yen weakens, it's creating an inflationary pressure in Japan. Now, the Japanese, as I've mentioned, have done quantitative easing over the last several decades without creating inflation. Now we may start to see this inflation, and this creates a tremendous problem for authorities because they potentially could lose control of the bond market where interest rates start to rise dramatically. And if you equate this with what we're seeing in Europe and North America, all central banks now are dealing with the fact that interest rates are rising very quickly, and this is having tremendous ramifications for the economy. Higher interest rates make borrowing costs higher and also put a new sort of bar in which equities are measured against. So it's worth keeping an eye on Japan, as they could be a real wild card in how the global economy progresses over the next 6 months to a year. Thanks for watching.